have a quick look at what else is happening around the world. As per Reuters, Russian President Vladimir Putin has agreed to a 30-day halt on energy facility strikes but declined to endorse a full 30-day ceasefire. This is a move that US President Donald Trump hoped would lead to a permanent peace deal. Ukraine said it would support the scaled-back agreement, which would require both countries to hold off firing on each other's energy infrastructure for about a month. Experts said Putin avoiding making significant concessions in what would be a play for time as Russian troops advance in eastern Ukraine. Reuters has shared that Japan Airlines said on Wednesday that it plans to buy 17 more Boeing 737-8 aircraft to refresh its fleet. The order adds to a 2023 announcement that the company would buy 21 of 737-8 planes to replace Boeing 737-800 aircraft servicing mainly domestic routes. In the international market, ZAL said it plans to introduce 10 Boeing 787-9 aircraft and 20 Airbus A350-900 planes. India has resisted Bangladesh's request to resume medical visas due to staffing shortages and worsening ties. This allows China to expand healthcare offerings and build people-to-people ties. When there is a vacuum, others will come and fix the space. One of 4 Bangladesh sources, most of them diplomats, told Reuters some people are going to Thailand and China. Bangladesh sources predict a vacuum in medical visas due to a decrease in India's medical visas since August, with some individuals heading to Thailand and China, as relationship between Bangladesh and India have cooled since Bangladesh's interim government led by Nobel Peace Laureate Muhammad Yunus took over. Since August, India has handed out fewer than 1,000 medical visas each working day, down from a figure of 4,000 to 7,000, said that sources who all sought anonymity, citing their terms of employment. Mexico City's local Congress on Tuesday passed a measure aiming to make bullfights much less harmful to bulls and matadors, a move applauded by animal rights activists but sharply criticized by fans of centuries-old tradition. Foreign investors have pulled out 29 billion out of Indian stocks since October 2024, the most is any 6-month period from Indian stocks. Global investors are deserting Indian stocks market, selling shares at a record pace to buy Chinese stocks instead, in a dramatic reversal of fortunes for the Asian giants over the last 6 months. Due to slower growth, the investors have moved to China. New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon visited BAP's Swaminarayan Akshardham in New Delhi on Tuesday with a 110-member delegation, including senior government officials, ministers, business leaders, and community representatives from New Zealand. Prime Minister Luxon and his delegation received a traditional welcome before exploring the intricately carved mandir, which embodies India's rich heritage, devotion, and values. As a mark of respect, Prime Minister Luxon offered flower petals at the Swaminarayan Akshardham Mandir and participated in the Abhishek ceremony, as reported by the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha on their website. Russian President Putin and US President Donald Trump had a high-stakes hour-and-a-half phone call over the Ukraine-Russia war on Tuesday, when Putin refused Trump's request for a 30-day ceasefire in Ukraine. Putin, however, agreed to limit attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure, reported Bloomberg. According to The Sun, the Russian president was earlier speaking to industrialists and businessmen at an annual event in Moscow. Putin was filmed laughing off a warning about being late for his call with Trump. The event took place right before his scheduled phone call with Trump between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Russian time on Tuesday. After spending more than 9 months at the International Space Station, NASA astronaut Sunita Williams, along with astronaut Butch Wilmore, have returned to the Earth. They had earlier conducted over 4,500 orbits and traveled more than 121 million statute miles while aboard ISS. Their spacecraft, a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule named Freedom, successfully splashed down off the Florida coast, marking the end of a mission that captured global attention. They left the International Space Station earlier in the morning after exchanging final farewells and hugs with remaining crew members. Williams and Wilmore will undergo NASA's 45-day post-mission rehabilitation program designed to help astronauts recover from the physical effects of space flight. Aryan Shukla, a 14-year-old maths prodigy from Maharashtra, has shattered 6 Guinness World Records in a single day at a mental maths competition in Dubai. Industrialist Anand Mahindra, who took to social media platform X to express his amazement, 14-year-old Aryan Shukla from India last month broke the world record for the fastest time to mentally add 104-digit numbers 30.9 seconds. Mahendra called the feat dazing and bewildering, further said, I am sure Aryan has a special gift beyond the ordinary. But are there any sites that give a primer on the fundamentals of this technique? Maybe I can use it for simple daily business calculations. In response, Shukla, who had spent 8 years performing his Flash Anzan technique, said his mental calculator. Thanking Mahendra for his prize, Shukla added that the Flash Amazon technique involves processing numbers flashing on the screen at lightning speed using a abacus base. The Legislative Assembly on Tuesday unanimously passed the Telangana Scheduled Caste Bill 2025. The bill subcategorizes the constitutionally mandated 15% reservation for scheduled castes SCs by classifying the 59 subcastes into 3 groups, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, allocating 1%, 9% and 5% reservations respectively. Addressing the House, Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy assured SCs that it was the state government responsibility to restructure reservations based on the population data from the 2025 census. Well, that's all for the day. Keep watching Foresights TV for more updates.